Hi. So I have homework. It's taken me forever to do, and I will talk about why it's taken me forever to do, but I will also be talking about what my content creation goals were, just my thoughts on never being afraid of being caught trying, and also just life in general. I think I'll probably go on a tangent a bunch of different times, but at the end of the day, we will get somewhere, and that's what matters. Okay, so I have all my supplies. I really wanted to kind of do an overhead shot recording type thing of my progress and my work as I'm going, but that has proven to be more or less impossible without an actual tripod, and so that is not what I will be doing, I suppose. I need some water. Pull these up. Okay, so first things first, why am I making this video in the first place? Well, I have been thinking about the type of content I want to continue making, because I started posting content last year, January, which is kind of crazy to think about just because it was something that was out of my comfort zone, and I just can't believe so much time has passed. But I started posting content last year, January, and it was honestly one of the best things that I could have done for myself, not just because it kept me busy, because I did take a gap year and I still wanted to achieve things even if I wasn't going to be in school, and I was kind of taking a break in between secondary school and university. And it was one of the best things I did, just pushing myself out of my comfort zone, because it isn't something I thought I would ever do. Posting makeup content helped me improve my makeup skills, and it exposed me to a bunch of other incredible creatives. I don't know, when I started posting, I had it in mind that I was probably one of the only young Nigerian people, at least within my general circle that I was aware of, that was going to be posting content like what I was posting. And I guess posting, pretty much shattered that assumption, which I'm really happy about, because I got introduced to many other incredible creatives. I had the privilege of even becoming mutuals with a lot of them, and honestly, it's one of those things that was stressful to do, because those short videos of recording myself doing my makeup would take so much time to film and set up and edit and then post, and it was stressful, but it was so rewarding. And my entire life I've always just found it really hard to do things, and when I say hard to do things, I just mean hard to do anything. It's always felt like I don't know how to explain it, and I don't know if it's a common experience for everybody, but it's always felt like I've had to just battle this intense feeling of lethargicness, and I don't want to say laziness, but just general unwillingness to really do anything for a really, really long time. And when it came to posting makeup content, it was one of those things that was much easier for me to just do than any other thing. I just really had a passion for it and I enjoyed it. However, it's not something I thought I would do. I didn't think that me posting would only ever consist of makeup content. I always had it in mind to expand more to other forms of content, even though I wasn't used to speaking on camera, and I've always been interested in talking about certain things like history and just content concerning Africa and Nigeria. And I remember the first time I tried to make a video where I did a makeup get ready with me while I was talking about different facts from a history book I had read. I was so nervous because I didn't like, I was overthinking speaking in front of a camera, and also I found it so awkward at that point in time. Just generally showing my face on camera was awkward and posting it, but then also then talking and trying to talk about facts and like be accurate and be concise, it was very nerve-wracking. And I guess I don't know, I found myself kind of disappointed and I really shouldn't have been, but I found myself disappointed in the fact that I was getting a lot more engagement regarding my makeup. I was getting comments about my makeup, but not as much engagement as I thought I would get concerning what I was actually saying. And that kind of bugged me. And I just didn't do it again because it gave me too much anxiety to think about doing it again. So I didn't do it again. And so that is just to say that I always had it in mind to expand what type of content I was making, and I just never did. Because another thing is, I started school and I figured I'd take a break from social media. Genuinely, I thought I would take a month, and a month turned into 4, 5. I don't like, honestly, my sense of time has been so off lately. I don't know how long it was that I didn't post for, but I know it ended up being a lot longer than I wanted it to. And in that time period, I went through a whole thing where I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue posting on social media anymore, just because I was becoming more and more aware of some aspects of social media that I don't really like all that much. And I was letting that dictate whether or not I would stay online. But then I got exposed to other forms of content by other young Nigerian creators that encouraged me to continue posting. Like I realized I like there's a community online that I want to be part of, specifically TikTok, and I want to be aware of what's going on here because this is so important, and I find this, just what I find here, is so valuable. And so I'm going to stay here to engage with this content and view this content, even if I may never make this type of content myself, which is generally what I want to do. And so I decided, okay, I'll stay on social media. And overthinking, creating, and letting just the pursuit of perfection kind of just perpetuate procrastination has been something I've struggled with even more. You would think it got easier when I got to art school and I kind of have to create unless I want to fail. It hasn't really gotten easier. I feel genuinely quite frustrated very often. And I guess more on that some other time. Yeah. So I ended up taking like an hour-long break, which wasn't really my intention, but that is what I ended up doing. So we're back now. I guess that begs the question, based off of everything that I've said, what type of content is it that I intend to make? Well, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think I have a word for it. I know that I want my content to include my various expressions of art and not just makeup. I know I want it to include just videos that kind of encapsulate my process of self-discovery and understanding myself better. So basically just content that includes, oh, this is what I've learned about myself today. Food content, because I'm getting more into cooking and feeding myself better food. It turns out I do not hate cooking the way that I thought I did. And I quite like feeding myself properly, even though that's not what I've done today. Something I want to try to take more seriously. And I feel like posting and sharing recipes that are relatively easy for someone who also is a full-time university student encourages me to just keep doing that. And I don't know, it's just something I want to do apart from everything else. Then I also want to include lifestyle content, just what I do every day, and school and schoolwork, just what consumes the bulk of my life right now. I guess my pages will also act as an avenue for me to just generally to document my journey, basically, and also as some form of accountability. I feel like there's a lot of things that I want to do in my life, and I just find that I have better success with those things when I share them. You know, when I share what I want to do, whether it be with like my friends or my family, when I, make it known that this is what I'm aiming for. I guess just the fact that people even ask about me and ask about these things in my life and care enough to ask me how much progress I've made regarding some of the ambitions that I have helps me stay on track with them. And I would like to share those as well. And honestly, I think my content will pretty much just evolve and change and continue to evolve and change according to what suits me and according to, I guess, what you want to see. And I realize it doesn't necessarily have to have a defined structure per se right now, but the general idea is arts, lifestyle, ambition, goals, university, schoolwork, self-discovery. I would say those 5 things. And all that being said, I will be posting on TikTok and YouTube. I'm so excited to start a YouTube channel. I'm just happy to be able to post longer form content and just being able to talk more without the limitations of a time limit. And TikTok, because I really like the type of engagement and interactions I have with people on TikTok. I will continue to post on Instagram, but not the way I post on TikTok or YouTube. I don't know what content on Instagram will look like, but it probably will just be a bunch of photo dumps. And I am finally finished. Overall, I would say the whole point of this video was to get my assignment done, but also to perhaps take the first step in well, not the first step, I guess another step in my content creation journey, and the first step in redefining what I really want as a content creator and how I really want to present myself. So if I had to reintroduce myself as a content creator, I would say that I am an artist who is just trying to live authentically. And my name is Jadisola.